always taking flight, never think of consequences. Fuck my enemies, leave them leaking my intentions. This that hood life, good life is what I'm living. This that hood life.
Hope everybody's doing good. Thank you for tuning in to another episode 14, Two Beans in a Pod. And this topic is going to be in regards to race and all the shit that's been going down here in LA. You know what I'm saying? As far as the, elotera lady, to the raspado homie, to the black people and the bus getting thrown water, from the asada song to whatever. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, how crazy it's got.
So the black and brown relations pretty much, is what we're, not necessarily race. No, we're talking about, the black and brown relations that are going on. That are recently going on, and including, like he said, with the elotero man, the raspado man who recently was slapped, the elotero woman who was robbed, and then, like he said, I think in retaliation, some Mexicans have been doing some things to, or some Latinos have been doing some things to the black community as well. And then there's this carne asada song that came out. Right. Blueface, that's questionable, that some people are wanting to talk about and have been talking about. And then also there's a song out with Banda MS and Snoop Dogg that it's not on a negative note, it's actually on a positive note, but we're going to be addressing that too.
Correct. So, with all that, you know what I'm saying, thank you for tuning in, like I said, to another episode. I'm here with my co-host, Erica.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, a little mixed up there. Nah, so, just to jump in this already, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean? At least for me, I think that, I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like the fact that some dudes, and I knew it kind of from the start, just like I was saying, Erica, when it first came out and you saw these kids, and it was more like a funny thing, right? Because it wasn't like they went up there crazy, oh, let me fucking choke out the elotera lady and take her money. It was more like, I'm going to record this, it's funny. And
I mean, even though they did choke her out.
Yeah, no, they did. But I'm saying, it wasn't
well, the thing is that the facts of the matter is that these kids, they're youngsters, right?
Right, young.
They're, and I would say, and Primo, have you heard about it out there in Mexico? I don't know if you guys have. You could see his comments right there, but they're youngsters, and the fact of the matter, if you see the whole footage of what's going on or whatever, they actually go on live afterwards, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna go viral. So their whole intent and everything that they were doing was to go viral.
My hair for
is to go viral. They're not even understanding, I think, to some degree, what could come out of what they were doing.
Yeah, at least, because we all have our, I guess the only way that I could put it, without going too far into any business really, just, shit happens. You know what I mean? A chama that shit gets busted, shit happens in jail. You know what I'm saying? Race shit starts happening out in the streets. The first people that get hit up are the people that are in jail. They get in contact, and that's there's somebody trying to tell somebody, hey, well, we got to do this or we got to do that, right? So I don't think they knew, or I don't think, I don't think it's not that they didn't just not only know. I don't think they thought it was that big of a deal.
That's what I'm saying. They were trying to go viral. Yeah. They were that's what their whole thing was the homie went viral by doing something, so-and-so. I think they said, I don't know, some stupid shit. So they were trying to go viral. It
was a stupid way.
It's a stupid idea, yes.
Because look at the shit that happened. A couple of your homies, got at you fools. You know what I'm saying? And things like that, you know what I mean? Like I said, to me, I didn't appreciate it at all. I was kind of amped up. I'm always amped up with shit like that, you know what I mean? Just because, I'll be blunt, you know what I mean? I'm a gangbanger, you know what I'm saying? So it's I'm gonna feel some type of way about it, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, when it's kind of behind the scenes shit where people do movies, well, behind the scenes, we're the ones that I guess kind of get justice, you know what I'm saying, for some people. So it's just you can't fuck with us like that, right? How do we look letting some dudes fuck up our people, and then no one say nothing, right? Well, how do you look at it, or how do you feel, or this and that? You know what I mean? So I don't think people actually really were paying attention to it till a couple of people like came out like kind of talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
that really, I guess it was people that really had the attention, like the social media following, that brought light to it, that brought more attention to it, and therefore like it started getting like more real attention, right?
Yeah,
like,
because
for example, Swifty Blue, right?
But he wasn't the first one. He was the first one. See that he wasn't. Swifty Blue was not one of the first ones that brought it to light. I think the dude, that one dude from Chin Check Entertainment or hangs around with him. V, his name is V or something like that. Vinny, like he's from Whittier, the homie from Whittier.
So listen to what Downer said. He said, "I think."
And the reason the reason I'm saying,
I have some facts though.
You know, I know better said, not listen to Downer that he thinks.
I think
he's the first person that called everybody out on a negative, where it wasn't like because you know Swifty Blue, what he did was. He shared some positive shit.
Yes,
on there, right?
that's what I was gonna say.
So that was dope. But it's like...
Well, the point that we were saying is that it got a hold of people who have a bigger following, a bigger audience, and they're the ones who started bringing it up because when Swifty Blue came into the mix was after the first incident. The first incident happened on March 23rd, which was dubbed the Raspado Queen incident, which was March 23rd in LA, where she was robbed.
Lady.
The Elotera Queen incident. Thank you.
Right.
The Elotera Queen incident was March 23rd, right? So it was on the 28th. It was on that day. On the 28th, Swifty Blue intervened and got people together to give her some money. So they went in to give her some money. The whole thing with and then after that whole thing with the Raspado, with the Elotera lady, they were doing some videos with they were egging men who were selling masks, like the face masks.
Yeah.
They were throwing eggs on them, which was a couple of days after. And then the most recent thing, which was a couple of weeks ago, was the Raspado man who got slapped. That's when Vinny intervened.
No.
And he started talking about when the whole thing with the Raspado King came out. That's when he started talking about this is too much. From he
talked about it from the first one because in the first one, the whole thing he came out on it because it was like this. Swifty Blue, like I said, was shedding some like positivity on it. Where like, hey, let's go help out this hyena or this female. Sorry,
they did different things.
And let's get on this, right? Well, at the same time that's going on, like, because it wasn't to the Raspado dude, I guess, that we saw people being, like, I guess, beat up. I don't know how you want to put it, you know what I'm saying? But the one dude from Hoover that decided to fight, at least to put hands on one of them, or on both of them, actually, the two dudes that were involved with the last incident with the Raspado. Right? But it's like before then, Vinny was already saying it because people were like kind of like watering it down, like it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you had the dude fucking Savage Studios, that fucking dropout, talking about how his opinion was, well, I mean, you're posting up and you're selling in people's hoods or around people's hoods, so it's expected to happen. And, people started being like, what? And other people had opinions. Other people jumped in, and then we're like, well, what the fuck are you going to do about it? And so, like, calling each other out more on it, right? Well, that's when Vinny decided to be like, fuck all the talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, I don't think it was, from what I know, it wasn't before Swifty actually intervened I guess I would say the second time. The first time he intervened, I would say that it was probably he was the first one that kind of did the positive shit. But there was already talks, and people kind of were already like on the negative. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like no one's doing nothing. It was just like, oh, who cares? People saying shit on here, right? Or like right now we're talking about it, and people were talking about it, and then you got the homie Tres being like, oh, you fucking dick riders, and this and this and that. You know? So it was just like people were already talking about it.
Well, yeah, I'm not really like into like who the timeline. It's not really important to me, you know, like who did what first. But what was being done is important. I think, you know, like he said. So Swifty Blue with the whole elotera lady. He ended up getting together with I forgot his whole team with his team, and they ended up contributing, I think, over $1,000 to the lady, and then somehow or another, I'm not sure if Swifty Blue was involved with opening up or starting the GoFundMe page, but as a result, you know, there was a GoFundMe page that was opened up for the lady, and her name is, for anybody, because it's like, oh, we're like the Lotero lady. The Lotero lady has a name. Her name is Amaris Mendez, and she stays in LA. And they ended up collecting over $10,000. They had a goal of $10,000 to collect on GoFundMe on her behalf, and they collected more than the $10,000 goal. So I mean, that's cool. You know what I mean?
I thought that was dope.
So I'm like, that's cool. And then but
regardless of what anybody's personal shit is, the lady got some like backup. And that's it. That was the main thing, right? She lost out. Let's see how we can help her out. And
then so he did that, and then most recently he hooked up with rap artist, local rap artist Compton AV, who's, you know, of the black community, and linked up with him, and then they both linked up with the young man who ended up getting down with the two men who were involved with slapping the Raspado man. And I'm sorry, I don't have his information, the Raspado man's information, but we'll put that up too. But he ended up, you know, getting, I don't know if he initiated the meeting, but I know that he was involved in a meeting with the young man who got in a fight with the other two men for doing that. Not necessarily for doing that. They have their reasons, or however they wanted to portray that, or, you know, the perception of what was done there, because some people are like, oh, they got disciplined because it was wrong, you know. And in reality, there's some on Compton AV's page, I believe there's like little clips of footage of their actual conversation where he says that he didn't do it as like a DP, like a discipline, like on some hood shit. It was more because he realized that it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, all in general, including the fact that they tagged him on the post and he had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, first, you know, don't tag me on some shit that I got nothing to do with, because there were some people coming at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Because you know them fools got all kinds of shit. You know, fools were rolling by there. You know, fools were like, regardless of what anybody says, you know.
Yeah. So that was another thing. Like, for with the lady Amaris, the Lotero lady, the people who ended up robbing her, there was like this whole thing on social media. Their addresses were put on social media. There was like the screenshots of the Google Maps,
Earth and shit.
the Google Earth view of these people's homes and them chilling with their families and shit like that. Like, it was a lot that was going on, and it's kind of like, is that address that? Like, was that unnecessary? How should we have taken care of that? What's the appropriate way to take care of that?
I believe, look, I look at it like this.
Do you think that these kids learn a lesson?
I don't know if they're going to learn a lesson, to be honest with you, because they didn't get fucked up. That's what I mean by a discipline. Like, I'm sorry. That was not a discipline. I mean, was it? I mean, I don't know. It's just not my form of discipline. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because it's like when your mom, you know, you're a kid and your mom fucking tells you something because you did something wrong, and she disciplines you. She fucking spanks you, right? Because obviously your mom didn't jump you, right? Or your mom and your dad didn't jump you, like how we do, right? Discipline. So, but it was like you got your ass whooped and you were like, oh, fuck. And you cried and you were like, damn, these dudes got down one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how much did they really learn about
it? Yeah, like they got down one-on-one.
I'm wondering if they're like understood this is wrong. Okay, that was fucked up for us to be doing that to the man because he's working and it's just wrong. Like, or were they like, oh shit, now we know we don't tag anybody that's not involved. What lesson, if any, did they really get out of that, right?
Because I think like the only thing that, for one, a thing that I thought that was dope as fuck, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna say how it is. I don't care what anybody thinks. Is the fact that the dude from Hoover, R.J. Knapp or whatever his name is, whatever, at his age.
Oh, he looks like a youngster.
He's a younger dude. He's not an older dude. You know what
he's
I'm
probably in his early 20s or something like that.
Took that initiative and was like, you know what, I'm going to go fucking hit this food up. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how he gave his own opinion as far as why he did it or whatever. I thought that's like, damn, like, this young dude is like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think that's dope. Like, I think we need more younger people like that, you know what I'm saying? That gonna speak up, whether it's wrong or right, or you think it's wrong or right, because it's a new age and a new time now. So as much as I want to say that was not a discipline, to them it might be. Like, oh, that was my older homie that fucked me up. So it was my discipline, you know? Like, so I'm hoping they did, because all hell could have broke loose. I'm wondering
if it would have been like a better outcome had we had a discussion with the young men that were involved with the incident.
Like,
you know, the one who that took part. What if we would have invited them into a discussion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would have been a cool thing to like, what are you thinking? Like, seriously, like, I know everybody's mad, and you know what I did? I ended up doing like, I ended up talking to a lot of people, different people, because I was like, is it just us on Instagram that is seeing this, and it's just the Instagram family that's, a community that's an uproar, or is it being seen in the news and stuff like that? And so I did like internet search, and I did see that other platforms other than Instagram were actually talking about the incident. And then I talked to my kids, like, because they're young. I have a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old, right? And so I was like talking to them and trying to get an idea of how they felt about it. Is it something that's really of interest, like I said, to the rest of the world, or is it just the Instagram community who has an opinion and is in uproar of what's going on? And in reality, even though the rest of the world is also, some of them are also aware of like whiff of it, you know what I mean? Like, I heard something about it. Almost everybody who's not like really popular on social media within this community, like who I'm talking about, like us, Swifty Blue, Tres, Compton Navy, like people who have been addressing it already, like other than us, like it's really not that prevalent. It's like people are heard of stuff, but they're not really talking about it, Right. And so I called my grandma, and I was telling my grandma, I was like, Grandma, like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Because then you get an aspect of like outside right. of even us, right? Or street justice. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my grandma now. Grandma, I didn't hear about it. I'm like, okay, so I run it down with her, like, and tell her, the scenario, what's going on, and I'm like, Grandma, what do you think? Like, do you think that what the guys in the street are doing are cool? Do you think that it's cool that they gave her the feria that they gave her, that they gave her the GoFundMe stuff? And she was like, no. And I was like, what? She goes, there's no justice. No hubo justicia. And I was like, why? What do you mean? She got over $10,000. You know what I mean? Like, no. She goes, those boys are not in jail. So there's part of the community that then feels like, okay, you guys are doing all this stuff, right? But the kids are still out. Like yeah, there's kids who are still out who actually like robbed her, right? This lady who have no other consequence than their friend going and, beating them up for tagging them. Like,
I think they should have got an ass whooping for like a week. Anybody that saw them from their hood, gotta get down with them. You know what I'm saying?
I say they make them go sell raspados.
Yeah, or go fucking pay her back the money.
Over there and or something.
In real life, you know what I mean? Like, here, my bad, I'm sorry.
Go do the work.
Like, something, you know what I mean? Just because, I don't know if that was really like a lesson that was learned, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was only because of the fact that, like I said, if someone doesn't, like, I guess, instill some type of fear in you by something that you did wrong, like, you ain't gonna learn from it. You're not gonna care. You know how many times I got in a fight and it's like, wow, I'm just gonna get into another fight. Cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think being jumped is like, oh, that big of a thing. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, damn, I don't even know. To be honest, I really don't know. You know what I mean? That's why, like, you know, I've never been behind those bars, like, for a long, long time. You know what I mean? Where it's like, damn, you know. But I think that, you know, for us that haven't and don't know that life, then that's when it's like, oh, you were child molester, fool? Oh, you were fucking with that lotera man? Oh, you were the one fucking with that? Oh, okay. Cool. You're here now. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no backup. Ain't nobody gonna do it. You know, then it's like, oh, shit. Like, you have another... That's why, like, I think people in prison, the way they live and the way they conduct themselves and discipline and things like that, that's why those dudes come out, like, with a whole nother, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they think different, you know what I mean? The ones that, like, really are trying to, like, be different, you know what I'm saying? And do different, like, because we all be racist, right? Like, we said that before in our other podcast. And was this racist? In a way, like, straight up, it was. Like, it wasn't like, oh, let's go jack this black dude and get viral. You know what I'm saying? So it was like... Because
you do have, it's not like it's just a... Latino community that's out there being street vendors. You know, you have other populations, other communities that are also street vending, like their shirts and shit like that. Like, we have a homie right here at the 99-cent store who stays at the parking lot, and he's right there selling his shirts all day, Lakers or whatever sports is going on. Yeah,
masks. He's
selling masks.
Movies. You got it. He's shit.
What do you call those? Those pirated movies or whatever they're called.
The piratero ones.
The piratero movies, you know, and
Bootleg.
the raza has never ever fucked with him. You know what I'm saying? Ever. And we're in a predominantly Latino community neighborhood, right?
And not only that, we're in Villa. This is Villa. So Villa and
we're in Villa Boys neighborhood.
And fucking PDL, which is a blood gang, right? In Pasa, like, they don't get along for shit. You know what I'm saying? No one's jumping this dude.
Nobody's fucking ever stole shit from him. No one's
like nothing. And I mean, you know, has some asshole been a dick? Yes, but like straight up, just like on some racist shit.
He's been there for years.
Nah, he's
been there for years, you know, and so it's just kind of like, you know, I'm sure that woman has been, you know, on those streets. Everybody probably knows her. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are probably her streets. It wasn't like in that man, you know.
And I don't, you know what, to me, where it kind of got me bad, like, it's because it was a female. Like, you guys ran up on an old lady in a little bike, like.
Y le robaron $80.
Like, are you
at
fucking
the end,
serious?
The news was that they actually stole
like,
$80.
come on, you know, like, I'm gonna give it to you like
this.
To
go viral?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you like this. If you're gonna do that to somebody that you're gonna get some fucking credit for. Like, for real, straight up. Like, because of what you could have caused.
Down some big ass fool or something.
Yeah, because of what you could have
yeah.
caused. You could have caused this to become big as fuck. And guess what? During all this bullshit that we got going down, now we got to deal with some racial bullshit. Like, it was just dumb. I think that was a dumb move. It was dumb. It was immature. It was dumb. I hope you guys really did learn from it. If you didn't, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your mama. You know what I'm saying? Because you are going to fucking, like, for reals, the type of move you just did, if you didn't learn from it, you're going to do it again. And when you're an adult and you're not, like I just said, an adult setting in prison or some shit where you thought it was cool, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get done the fuck up. Like, for reals, done the fuck up. Like, it's not going to be cute. You're going to regret it. There's going to be like, oh my God, you know, but it was let's try to make better fucking choices. And you know what I think above all of it is? Those two kids, or any of those kids, you know, that were like caught up, they didn't have good role models. Like, even in their hood.
We don't know that. That's just a speculation because you know what?
No.
I've known of a lot of kids that have nothing but positive shit in their fucking life, and they turn around and then they do some stupid ass shit.
These
you know
were gangbangers, gangbanger dudes.
There's some gangbangers that have some really good role models in their lives.
That have I mean, look at the young dude. He wasn't even old. The dude that decided to, put hands on them for it. He wasn't even old. So that means his older homies taught that dude better. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's how it works.
I think they were all from the same neighborhood. I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm from the same hood as other fools are from my hood.
So
and they
your older homies are the same older homies.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because if I finish talking, you would understand that you aren't really like my old, even, I'm going to give it to you like this. I'm going to just give it to you this simple. My older homie, you could just say my older homie is silent from Jokers. My interaction with my homie Silent from the Jokers is not the same interaction that my brother got with my same homie. He didn't get instilled anything.
Yeah, so you think
he didn't learn nothing. Like he didn't hang around with him. So it wasn't like
But if
he did, then he would have had different values.
The same values, yeah.
Yeah, that you would have. That's why I don't do look. I've never fucked around with no one's girlfriend. Beat them up, as my enemies and shit. I've never beat up nobody's girlfriend. I've never fucked them up in front of their kids. I've never fucking talked shit to nobody in front of their mom. I don't care. A female, period. Unless the female acts dumb, when it's seriously, then it's all game there. But if she ain't fucking saying nothing, and I won't even look your way. I don't care. And I've got done fucked up shit. I've been disrespected with her all fucking day. With the same motherfuckers that I never did nothing to. So, it's how you're raised. Who you hang around with. Do you want to hang around with the grimy motherfucker older homie? Or do you want to hang around with the homie that is a little bit more on shit? And what I mean by grimy is he just don't give a fuck. He can fucking shoot his mom for all the fuck I care. You know what I'm saying? There's homies like that. That's just facts. So it's that's what I think. They weren't raised right. They didn't have the good homies. They were around fuckhead motherfuckers that didn't teach them good, and that's why they did that stupid shit. That's the decision they made.
I'm not judging or speculating on what was raised or who were they around or nothing. I don't know nothing about none of that. I ain't gonna pretend to know nothing about none of that, and I'm just gonna say that it was a stupid ass shit that they fucking did.
Hey. That's my opinion. And that's just what it is, you know what I mean? But, to move on to another subject.
So at the same time that this whole thing,
but hold on, yeah. But, so with all that done and said, just so, my thing, I wanted to say, props to the black dude that was he did his shit. I don't know if he did or didn't, he was being honest or not, but props to you. Props to anybody that tried to do some positive shit out of it. Because regardless of what you say, and this is my opinion, black and brown united will be unstoppable. So
yes,
you could try
so
that.
So that's why it's when there was this beef. We didn't even really address the beef with Swifty and Tres because I was gonna address it in depth, kind of not in depth, but give it a more time. But I feel like it's it is sad that Raza is fighting over what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Or how they're taking care of it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to fight amongst ourselves now. You know what I'm saying? So, there was a little bit of beef about, the fact of whether we were giving the black community too much props for taking care of business. You know what I mean? And it was, I guess, there was some people that were saying that was dick riding or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I personally didn't see anybody dick riding. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody was at least they handled that. You know what I'm saying? I heard seen people say, hey, damn, that's cool for them handling that. You know what I'm saying? Or taking care of that or whatever. I don't think that's dick riding. I think that's acknowledging the fact that it was done. And I think that you do need to acknowledge when shit is getting taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Because then it continues getting taken care of. If there's no acknowledgement of it, then people are going to be like, well, fuck them, because they don't even give a fuck. They're still trying to green light. They're still trying to fucking be crazy with it. So let's just be crazy with it then. You know what I'm saying? it could go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So don't fucking talk shit to your own people about something. You know what I'm saying? At least don't talk shit. If you have an opinion on it, I get it. Like assholes, everybody has one, right? An opinion. You have an opinion on it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to come to the point where you're actually gonna fight with your peoples, your community, over something that's because other people are trying to attack your community, and now you're attacking your own community too. That just doesn't make sense, you know. So it's just kind of like, let's just keep focused on you know on the issues. On the issues at hand and making sure that we're taking care of them. And as long as things are getting better, let's not look for other problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that what it was is like, it's because barrios were put into it. You know what I'm saying? Neighborhoods. So it's like, I understand Trese's position. Like, I really do. And Erica tells me, it's because you like him too much.
Yeah.
You know, you like, that's your homie.
And I'm not talking shit on Tres.
No,
not
like that. Like, but she's like, oh, it's because you know. And no, but I do, look, this is the way I see it. For people that are pressing the issue or in some neighborhood shit or things like that, that's a Mando thing. Right? It's mandatory. You got to handle that. It's not even a question. We're not here discussing. We're not sending you kite. We're not calling you. We're not texting you. We're not DMing none of you artists or none of you non-artists to see if you guys are going to deal with it. You know you need to deal with it. So I understand the point of what he's saying. Like, as far as like, it was just something that had to have happened. You know what I mean? But
like, don't.
But
give him props for taking care of shit.
So
it's kind of like you're saying, "Oh, you're such a good dad because you took him to school."
Yeah.
Fool, you need to take your son to school every day. That doesn't make you a fucking good dad.
Yeah. So that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, and some people like this is the only concern, and this is the only thing that I think that I hate and I get upset about. We lose focus on the actual subject. You know what I mean?
That's
like what is going down. And then we get emotionally involved in a situation, and it's like, and then we have our egos, and then we're men, so we're like, oh fuck that, I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna go. I don't give a fuck what no one says, you know. And so that's just where I thought it shouldn't have went that way. I mean, that's their pedo. Where Swifty and Tres, I hope they can get over it.
Yeah.
Because we're homies. We're all homies.
And they're both tight as fuck.
And I think they both had some real good stuff to say.
Yes.
And opinions of what they thought. And I think they were both were good, valid, and, you know, like opinions. But let's not lose focus that two motherfucking people is better than one. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't want to continue on this too much. Yeah. Just because I don't even want to give that light.
Shine,
that light on that. Because those are my people.
Yes.
And I hate to see my people fighting with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love you fools. I, like, straight up, like, I know you might be like, you love me, fool? You don't even know me. No, like, I love my people. I really fucking love my people. Like, I don't give a fuck. So, to that, you know what I mean? Let's just end it with, you know what I mean? We get it. Let's try to move forward with that shit. Let's try to bring some. Let's try to get something out of that. Even if it's gonna be some putazos, get some putazos going, and that's it. Cool. We live to fucking see another day. You know what I'm saying? On some other bullshit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? With that, to me on that subject, I'm done. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I didn't like it, too much, but I appreciate the efforts and what everybody did as a whole.
I think that it's gonna be a dead issue. I think with everything that was being done and the work that was being done, I think it's gonna be a dead issue. You know,
it's because people live in people in Compton and South Central. Like, you dudes always had this race shit. You know what I mean? So you guys are always gonna feel different than, of course, some of us. Well, but not me. I mean, I'm not hearing blood all day. That's all I hear. And I'm telling you, she's lived with me. She's seen all the shit that I went through when I was young. Like, and it was racial shit here too. But my mind is somewhere else. It's not in that no more.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at. And I hope we could all grow from this shit. That's what I mean.
And then so along with the everything that was been going on with our street vendors and stuff, at the same time, it's crazy, right? Because it's all around the same time with the whole Cinco de Mayo stuff. But at the same time, so Blueface puts out this song.
He's been putting out, but a video now.
He puts out this song called Carne Asada. And he put it out like 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Carne Asada video?
Yeah, no, the song.
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. And then drops a video to it on Cinco de Mayo, right? Yesterday. So drops a video to it. Initially, when he had dropped the song, the first person that I seen say something on it, and the only reason I even knew about the song is because I seen this person comment about it, but it was Mr. Shadow. Shout out to Mr. Shadow 619 out of San Diego.
So shout out.
But yeah, so I was like on IG and I was like, oh shit. And I seen he posted something about like it's enough and you know it's disrespectful and enough is enough pretty much, you know, and to summarize what he was saying, but not in really pretty words, you know? And so
it had to be.
And so I was like, this Carne Asada song. So I went up and I looked it up and I called him too and I was like, hey fool, like have you heard the Carne Asada song? He was like, nah. Like I was like, oh shit, fucking Shadow's upset about it.
Okay, but I didn't know.
He hadn't heard it yet.
I hadn't heard it.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, I went on and listened to it and I was like, this shit is disgusting. I'm so fucking upset. I was mad. I was like, what the fuck? And I mean, there's a lot on it. I was trying to do like some research and like put some stuff together so I could like give you guys the breakdown of the lyrics and stuff like that and what exactly makes it so disrespectful, you know, but I got busy today and I didn't have the time for it, but yeah, I feel like I was listening to it and I was like, it's disrespectful. For I think at the beginning, like from jump, this fool says yeah, I'm making this for my paisas, la 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 la, or some shit, you know, like for my paisas, you know, like, well, if you know what the word paisa means, we are definitely not your paisas, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're not making it for the Mexicans, so therefore your paisanos, by definition, your paisanos is the black community. Right. Those are your paisanos, right? So by definition, so if you're making this song for your paisas, then you're making this song for the black community. And so if you're making the song for the black community, then why the fuck are you talking about carne asada? Because you guys don't be doing no carne asadas. You guys be doing barbecues and shit like that, right? So fire, it's like fire. Yeah, I'm not talking shit about it, but it's definitely not a carne asada.
No, by any means.
Yeah, and then he's like, when he gets more into it, horchata, just the lyrics, everything is just like whack. Horchata, everything is just whack. Put my carne in her asada. It doesn't even fucking like no, like it just like. And so and then
I don't even know
he gets to this point where he says, I'm here with my exes or these cholos looking for the cholas. I'm a get her mija or some shit. And I was like, oh hell nah. Now he's directly talking to our community, the cholo community, right? And it's our culture and stuff. And I'm sorry, but no chola will like your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're looking for some cholas with some cholo. And I'm sorry, no cholo will have your ass looking for no cholas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what. I don't give a fuck about no brown and black and brown unity, nothing. You know what I'm saying? No bloods are going to be taking no S's to be looking for their girls in their hoods. Like, no. That's it. That's on a different type of level disrespect shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, that's trash.
No, yeah, you know, the only reason I let her like speak on it more is because I think sometimes I've heard like the Latino fools, the you know, cholos, they're just mad because their hyenas like us and this and that, you know, and it's like, You're hearing it from her. That ain't me. I'm not a girl. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't to say that, oh, she don't like black people. It's just the way you come about it, right? The way you say, the way you speak about it. It's kind of like, damn, right? And it brings me back to like the whole. Remember when we were talking about the being influenced and all that? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about music.
Yes.
And we were talking about all this other shit.
There's a lot of great black men out there, like, and handsome black men out there, like. So.
And it's just like, and it goes down. It goes to me like this. It's like this. There was this hyena that she got heat over it because I guess most of the actors on the video were part of her crew, you know, and she got a lot of heat from it, right? And then I saw listening to her little thing, you know, and it's from the streets to the hood, or from the hood to the streets, something like that.
We would say her name if we knew her name, like, honestly.
I forgot her name.
I don't know her name.
You know, and again, I'm not talking shit.
Mm-mm. Everybody has their opinion. She had her opinion, so we're addressing everything that was being said. I'm just gonna bring it up. Yeah.
You know, so it's like this. You know, she's like, oh, talking about all this thing, and it's just how it's entertainment. And Erica always tells me it's the same thing, right? When I don't like a certain genre or something or what they're saying, she's like, babe, it's entertainment, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Because, like, he'll say, like, Lil Wayne, like, oh, my God, like, that fool.
I can't stand that fool.
And I'm like...
Fuck Lil Wayne.
It's not... You got to look at it this way. He's definitely not really about, like, music. If you don't like his music, then look at him. He's an entertainer.
I guess, right?
Like, yeah.
So, and I don't even think
he's not an artist.
He's not shit.
He's an entertainer.
He's a human.
So,
you know, like... It's like, I just, so, you know, she was saying her whole thing and this and that, and I was just like, damn, you know. And I didn't want to opinionate. I hadn't opinionated shit. Not even on the whole other shit with the gangbanging and these fools gangbanging and fucking the lotera. I had no opinion yet. I didn't want to go on social media. I didn't want to do nothing, you know. Didn't want to say anything because I am that motherfucker that, like, jumps in the fucking deep end. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, oh shit, let me go back.
If he finds interest in something,
like,
then he'll do what, like, dive into it.
So it's like, I didn't want to do that. I was like, okay, cool, woo, you know? And then I was just like, okay, you know? But to me, it's like this. I'm gonna take it back to the whole Go Loco fucking song. On the Go Loco song, yes, there was actual gangbangers, you know what I'm saying? Like actual homies in the video. On this one, if you notice, there was one of the, like, Shooter Rick, the homie, was like, oh, fool, those are cholos sin barrios and shit. You know? And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of fools like that.
Shooter Rick didn't say that about anybody on this video.
No, not on this video.
No.
We're just saying.
Like,
I'm just saying, overall, there's a lot of these motherfuckers out here now lately that are cholos sin barrios. Straight up.
And shout out Shooter.
They're just out there fucking like, oh, I'm a cholo. And just like...
Because they're entertainers.
No, they ain't entertaining a goddamn thing, but fucking making fucking...
They're making money off of our community, off of our culture, off of our lifestyle, but they're still entertainers.
So, I was like this, like, damn, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to see what's going on right here, right? Who's on there, who's not on there, what. And I didn't see nothing, nobody, right? I seen a couple, like, dudes, I don't know them personally, that kind of look like, oh, they were homies and shit, you know? And I'm like, damn, like, settle. Like for reals. You know, like, I put, like how she said, I'm going to put my thing in your asada or taco or whatever. And it's like, this is where I'm at. The Hannah was like, from the street, she's like, hey, they're only saying what we already say. When the fuck have I told you I'm gonna put my carne in your asada or
no? But even if not like even if not personally, let's take it out of like personally, because what if she's like, or somebody who's of the same thought mind process or thought of mind, right? It will be like,
I wanted to tag and be like, Erica, because I swear, man, this lady right here, I'm telling you, like, Erica, come here, come listen to this goddamn shit.
So my only thing with that was like, because she was saying with the entertainer thing, she's on the same thing. So I understand entertainment, props. You know, yes, you're right. You know what I mean? Do your shit. But there's not a fine line. There's not a fine line. No.
I was gonna say there's a fine line.
I know. I heard him be like, and I'm like, no. I'm not gonna say there's a fine line. It's not a fine line. Not a thin line. I think there's a clear line.
Yeah, no, for real.
Of definition between selling out, even your soul, like not just like a sellout as a cultural sellout. I'm talking about like as a human sellout, like integrity, your value as a person, as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's business and you're having just a business mentality, and you know what I mean, it's entertainment. Well, fucking prostitution is entertainment too. You know what I'm saying? Like, those men are fucking tained with them prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? And they get paid, and that's entertainment. So where are you going to draw the line when you're like, oh, well, our people got paid, you know what I'm saying? And that's business. And if you're not of a business mindset, then, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, whoa, damn, I'm not of that type of business mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, then are we really putting our people to be like, you put those females in that video for that fool to do that and make those females look like that? Now, I know that those females are probably going to do the videos anyway with somebody else or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still, like, I feel like there's some form, like, let her do that shit to a vato. Like, seriously, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be doing that to a vato all day anyways. That's some real shit, you know what I mean? Like, but, I'm sorry, but ain't no black dude coming and talking to me in my ear and telling me I'm gonna put my carne in your asada. Like, what the fuck? You disrespectful fuck? The fucking that shit ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, no. Just shit don't fly. So what we did is, like, there was a lot of heat that was on it when it first got dropped, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I did like some research because they was doing when the video dropped too, not just when the song dropped. When the song dropped, they were doing I don't know if you guys are familiar, but on YouTube they do these things called what are they? The reactions.
Yeah.
Reactions to songs that drop in videos. It's hot out here, guys. Hot
as fuck.
Reactions. So they do reactions to new music or whatnot, right? So I was looking up like different people who were doing these reactions to the video. There's this dude, so I was like, but what I want to do is get people's opinions from not just here in SoCal, but different people's opinions, because
everywhere,
maybe we feel some type of way because we're here in LA. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there was this dude who's from here, from LA, who did local TV, is who he is on YouTube. And he did a whole reaction on it. He said he hadn't heard it or whatever. And the first time he had heard of it was similar to me, when Mr. Shadow had addressed the song.
Yeah.
And so he said that while he was reviewing it, he said that, you know, he didn't like it. His whole reasoning for not liking it is because of the weak punchlines, you know what I mean? Like how I was saying, like, oh, this is for my paisas and shit like that. And then he said that he was pretty much upset that the fact that they included AMBJ or that guy or whatever. I was a fan of his at first with that whole other song. Like, what was the name of that other song that he did?
No, none of that shit.
Uno, dos, tres, sietato. You know what I mean? Like that song, like that was like un, dos, tres, sietato. That's who he is. That's who he is. So I was like, okay, like that's cool. You know what I mean? Like he was on that show or that YouTube show, maybe, Genie or Genius or whatever it is, where they interview the artists and stuff and about like certain songs and what were you thinking or whatever. And he was like, you know, like he's from LA, he's around freaking raza all the time, so it's just like those words just come natural to him. Like, so it was like, and that's a fact. kind of like how we keep saying, and there's still this whole thing about whether Mexicans or Latinos should be using the word nigga, right? But we around it, we're like so mixed in that it's like, so it's a fact that just like we use the word nigga, you know what I mean? They're gonna here and there. I mean, it makes sense that they're gonna use some of our lingo too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like they're around us. We're all together in the hood together, right? So it makes sense. I was like, okay, that's cool. But from what I heard from this dude on local TV, this dude AMBJ actually had gotten into it with some other raza, and he was like fighting with him and saying, yeah, you're probably wearing Mexican shoes, and you're probably out there in a house on a sleeping in a mattress with 8 of your siblings. You know, you probably have a mom with 13 kids and shit like that, right? So if you take that information, right, and you know that information, and then he's making this song with Blueface because he's part of the song with Blueface, right? It's kind of like, wait, are you really like, oh, black and brown unity, as they are trying, because they are trying to say that. It's like, oh, it's like kind of like a black and brown, we're like a one culture, like, because he's from Compton or wherever, and there's like a lot of Mexicans there too, and like da-da-da-da-da, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to make it like it's a unity thing. Like, no, wait a minute. Don't let them pull that one over on you. You know what I mean? Because if it was, then why are you including a motherfucker who was talking about Mexican shoes? What the fuck is Mexican shoes? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Cortez? I stay with my Cortez stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are Mexican shoes? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so therefore, you know, that's his thing. That was local TV. He's a local, somebody from SoCal, and he's raza.
I'm letting her kill it because there's a whole thing on it. I'm telling you.
And then there was this Put Me On podcast is another raza. He's a dude, but he's from Northern California, right? So it's he has on YouTube. It's called Put Me On podcast. Sorry. And so he did a whole reaction on the video too and the song, and he was like, well, you know what? He goes, I think it's no big deal. He said, in Northern California, there's no big black and brown issues, right? They're really like one, like really cool. They're cool.
Like Texas.
Yeah. So he said when he saw it, he was like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, being from California, not from Southern California, but just California, he understood that Southern California is different than Northern California, and he's Mexican, so he was like, well, even though I'm from Northern California, and in Northern California this looks like cool, I understand the relationships between black and brown in Southern California, so for a Mexican in Southern California, this is insulting,
not cool,
not good, right? And for a black fool to do this in Southern California, he did it with ill intentions, being racist. Understood it because understood that we don't have that relationship like that quite yet for you to be able to pull off a song like that. Now, YG was able to pull off a song like that because with the whole go loco, because he had established himself as a fellow like supporter of our community and our struggle when he was with Nipsey Hussle in the song where he was like I hang around with Mexicans, and if I something about Mexicans, YG with Nipsey Hussle on that fuck Donald Trump song. So that kind of gave him a little bit of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So when he came out with the Go Loco, the part that was distasteful was the fact that he didn't have no real cholas in it. I'm gonna call you out on that. And one and two, you wore the mariachi suit, and it kind of made it look costumey. You know what I mean? On the video. But other than that, it's like, okay, homie, like I get, you know, like he's always like, you know, giving a shout out. I love YG. So.
Tooted and booted.
Yes, and I love that song too. That's the first time I ever rolled. So, so you know, with this other thing with him, with this dude from Northern California, he was like, all right, so I understand, you know, that probably Raza from SoCal is not gonna feel it. So that means that he understood that Blueface was doing it in some type of way. And then I listened to some fool, Zay Rashad, who has a podcast, and he's out of Virginia, and he's a black man. And he said he was listening to it, and then he was watching the video, and he goes, "Wait a minute, oh well, it's like horchata," and he's like, "Yeah," you know, and I'm like, "No," but he's like, "Yeah, he's feeling it or whatever." And then he's looking at the video, and it's when I don't know if it's Blueface does it, but I think it is Blueface, puts like a piece of carne asada on the girl's nalga, and he goes, wait, did he just put some chicken on her butt? You know, and it's like, what chicken? He's like, wait, carne, and he takes a little minute, and it's like, wait, carne is meat, so carne asada means the meat, so is that meat? So carne asada does not mean barbecue. Carne asada is the actual meat. So he's kind of like, oh, okay, oh shit, oh, I get it, carne asada, her carne in her asada. Like, he's like breaking it down, right? So he's like, oh shit, I get it.
But hold on, just so everybody can know and understand.
Yeah.
Is because everybody doesn't know how to say the correct definition, which is let's grill.
Yes.
So like Latinos, us Mexicanos, were like, let's go do a carne asada, fool. Black people might be like, let's go barbecue, fool. And white people might be like, let's go barbecue, fool.
Or grill.
Or, you know what I mean?
It's grill. Let's go grill. Like,
it's called let's go grill.
Yeah, but
in the barbecue.
Yeah, so just like with a barbecue, your barbecuing is the whole thing, but there's barbecue is the actual tangible barbecue. Carne asada is we're having a carne asada is like we're barbecuing, but we also do have an actual tangible carne asada also, right? So he was saying that, right? He was like, oh shit. So it was like a revelation to him about how carne asada was equivalent to a piece of meat, right? And then he goes, well, he said in Virginia they don't have any black and brown issues either, right? So he's like, I don't really know about anything. So that seems pretty cool. He said, oh, black and brown people being together, that seems pretty cool that they're partying together. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's damn right racist, but it's pretty cool. That was his input on that. So I guess being racist is pretty cool.
It is. I'm like even her, like I was telling her about I guess nowadays I didn't know this, but they could be like this to you and shit, like grab your shirt and like a little puppet.
I see.
But from the back, like like that, right? And you're like, you know? And to me, I'm like, motherfucker, that's your puppet, bitch, get off me. What the fuck, you know? She's like, no, that's what they do nowadays. And my son was there, right? So like, he's like, way the fuck, he's only fucking 12. Yeah. He's only 13, no, 12.
He'll be 13 at the end of the month.
13, right? So I'm like, he goes, no, Dad, that's how it is right now, fool. Like, that's how, like, you're shining. If some fool grabs you like that and you're dancing, I'm like, fool, that's like weird. Why somebody touching you? Why are you touching me? You know? And it was like, okay. But, in this asada shit, that fool grabs some dude. And this is my thing. And these fools were crip walking. Like, I'm so confused. It was like backwards. Did you know that? In the whole video, it was backwards. The black dudes were the ones doing the carne asada. The black dudes were the ones with the girls talking about some carne asada shit. The Mexican dudes or the Latino dudes, because they have to be from Mexico, not bad, you know, is fucking doing like the crip walk and like being the puppet and fucking doing the whole Friday thing. What? Ketchup. I mean, sugar. I know you guys like Kool-Aid. Like, that was so corny. I was like, for reals? Like, Joker, big, wow. I don't know, man. I just was like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And, look, where's like, Blueface is he has a record label. And this is a video he came up with? Like, for reals? Straight up, like, for reals. Even if it was a good carne asada and it was cool and we were cool with it.
Homegirl set that up to be like what they accepted and took.
Right? So it's like, okay. Like, because these fools got fed there, right? I mean,
for that video.
He has a fucking chain that's what?
And 100,000? What? So I wonder how much each of them people got paid.
But they did a low budget. Pretty much, I could do it. And I'm nobody. I froze. And I do film and photography. You know what I mean? So it's like me doing that shit. That's what I felt like. There was nothing special. Like, nothing. No crazy graphics. No, like, carne asada flying in the air, if you wanted to say. Or smacking somebody in the face. Nothing. Like, you could have came up with some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't even talk about that. Aside from the fact that the song, the words to the song are whack. Aside from the fact that's distasteful, right? I mean, even the video is distasteful.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, redeem yourself. Overall. Redeem yourself on the video or something. Like, be innovative. Like, come on some Friday shit.
Because you know what? You were dope. He was dope when he was doing the school thing. That's when I got introduced to. That's when I got introduced to that. And I thought it was dope. I was like, oh, this was going to the youngster. That's dope. That's smart. That's dope.
I think it's
dope.
Like,
that was dope.
It's like this fool from Local TV said. You know, he was like, this fool from Local TV, that Raza fool that I was telling you, like, he was like, hey, you know what? Before he started talking about reviewing the whole song, he was like, hey, you know what? I'm actually a Blueface fan. I haven't heard this carne asada song.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't heard it. He's a youngster, which is why I like listened to the whole thing, right? Because he's a youngster, and he was like, I think he was like maybe 20, you know, but he was like, I'm actually a Blueface fan, but I haven't heard this song, right? So he was like, I'm gonna hear this song. So he puts it on. He's like, what? He's like, what? What's this? You know what I'm saying? So
it was too like, it was almost like it was just a playing around.
It's
like,
disrespectful. It's just
disrespectful. Like, fuck this shit. I don't care. Let me make some money off this shit. Fuck your whole culture. And that's not. It was.
It's like us making
Did you say distasteful?
Distasteful.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like us making like a soul food song. Like imagine this shit. Mr. Shadow, right? Making a soul food song, right? And having like a bunch of black females fucking clapping their asses and shit, and us putting some cornbread on their asses or some watermelon or something. Like, would you like that? Like,
no,
probably not.
I'm alright. I'm not there for real. You gotta bring all that up.
I mean,
like, damn, what the fuck?
It's pretty.
But
It's equivalent to that.
This is my thing though. It goes back to how we were saying in the last one. Think about it. It still goes back to that. The watermelon one with.
It was this thing we talked about it too on a different episode.
We talked about
it on a different episode.
You know.
So
and it's like comes back again.
So let me okay, fuck this fucking song. So we're already saying that this carne asada song is whack, right?
We've been saying it. Like,
we can be like, oh well, what do you mean? What can we talk about? Oh, you want to talk about cultural how do you call that when you like merge together, like with like the dragon, like the Chinese food with the Mexican fusion. Fusion, it's called like fusion.
Fusion.
Yeah, you're talking about this like whole fusion, pretty much like unity, black and brown unity, and all this stuff.
I thought, yeah.
And then I lost my track of what I was going to say about it.
Infusion.
Fucking shit. Yeah.
She just lost her train of thought.
I do that sometimes.
Hey, that's weird though. Because I do that shit too. Like, we could just be talking with, hey, woo, 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 woo. And then, yeah. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Chinese infusion shit. And I'm going to forget what we talked about. Like, what did I just say? Sometimes I used to blame it on weed. I
just lost it.
Charlie. Nah, nope.
It'll come back to me. But yeah. So that song is a no-go, right? Oh, but we want to talk about a good collab, like a good infusion.
Just go do thumbs on it.
Okay. But for a good
one.
A good collab or a good, because there's people that are doing the right thing. So in case you guys haven't heard, Banda MS and Snoop Dogg have just recently come out with a song. It's a beautiful fucking song. It's like
you know how to phone?
No.
Put that shit on.
It's Que Maldición Extrañarte. It's Snoop Dogg. It's Banda MS featuring Snoop Dogg. And shout out to Bobby D Presents because they're the ones who fucking did this. No, it's not like that.
Nah.
It's not. It's a really good song. We can actually. That's what I'm saying. Like we can. That's good music. Do something like that. Like that's like bringing like Snoop Dogg. Shout out fucking Snoop Dogg for that fucking shit. That's bringing our culture out. That's really like a good like fusion.
For
that's
all y'all
like
that don't know,
recognizing us. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
like,
let's break it down though. Okay, because there's a mixture of people we have, right?
Okay.
So, Banda MS.
MS.
MS, like
no,
MS 13.
No.
No, MS.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's like it's a Mexicano.
It's a banda.
It's a banda.
Yeah.
From Mexico,
yeah.
Right? But like real known motherfuckers. It's not like secondhand your cousin and shit like that.
No, Banda MS
it's like
sells
Snoop.
out.
Snoop?
Yeah,
Same
just
shit.
like Snoop sells out, Banda
And
MS
Snoop-
sells out.
And for everybody, we already know who Snoop is already.
Yes.
It's Snoop. So, it's to have two major like labels collab and not on some
Artists.
bullshit. But it was the record labels that collab.
Oh.
They're just like the artists that sing the shit. They collaborated and said, fuck it, let's do it. All right. You get this woo, whatever. Boom. And then these fools were to put out something that wasn't corny.
It wasn't corny.
It was not corny. He did his best, I think, and I think he did dope.
And yeah,
Dope.
I think he did good.
He did some dope shit.
Whoa.
Like,
MS, do you know, I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to begin to start a collaboration between Banda MS
I wonder,
and
the
Snoop
dudes
Dogg.
that got together, think about it.
Where do you begin to start something like that?
Right? They're
That's amazing.
Paisans, right? They're like, oh, ¿qué onda, güey? ¿Qué onda? And they're like, what up?
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, that's what we should be doing more
That's
of.
the type of shit I'm
You know what I'm
talking
saying? Yes.
Shout out to Blue, the homie Blue, LBC.
Yes.
I love that dude.
And Bobby D for that whole thing. Snoop Dogg, Banda MS. Let's do some more of that. Let's try to call each other out, to challenge each other. I think we should try and do that on the street type level too, because I mean,
the challenge
Snoop is street level, but I know he's kind of like celebrity level already. But maybe we could do something like that on a street, like real street, who are not celebrity level, where we can get somebody.
You know that fool? What's that fool's? The big dude from fucking that hangs around with fucking Corrupt.
Chill?
No, the other dude, the big
Weasel?
No.
Oh.
That fool that fucks around with Red and shit. They're all fucking around all the time.
Beefy?
Yeah, Beefy.
Shout out Beefy.
Get that fool.
He's like, you know that fool? I'm like, I know all kinds of big ass fools. Because I'm sorry, but the black community has a bunch of big ass fools that I know. It's like, you know that big ass fool? Like who? Weasel? Who? The Chill? Like who? Like, shout out to everybody who I just mentioned. Love you guys. But yeah.
No, but tell that fool.
But yeah, who was it that you just mentioned?
Beefy.
Oh, Beefy. Tell Beefy what. He's not an artist, though.
The connections.
Oh, Beefy can make the connections for us to make more music like that. I think we need to really continue making more music like that. I really like that. He was like, Snoop Dogg was like, yeah, en playas largas. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's what it is. En playas largas, Snoop Dogg. That's right. Yeah, it reminded me of dope. Like Jenny. It would have been dope if him and Jenny Rivera would have made some music. That would have been fucking dope as fuck. You know, because they're both from Long Beach and shit. Shout out to my girl Nature Red from Long Beach.
Not fucking, but just a little bit off topic. Lupillo Rivera did do a Long Beach song though.
With
by himself.
Oh.
Like he did. I could be, but I didn't see anybody else on it because he did a video too. He did a video with it. I think MC Magic might have been in it, but just as a. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like
let's do some more of that.
Let's do some more of that shit.
Me too. Jesse Beck, he's like, I love Banda MS. Me too. Yeah.
So dope.
So I think we're gonna be hearing a lot more stuff from them. I think, you know what? Like, let's get them with like a Chicano rapper, huh? Like or something.
But there is, dude. You know what? I trip out on. You know what we need to do? Think about this one, dude. Look, first, think about it, everybody.
¿Qué dice? ¿Qué dice?
Watching.
Yay! Thanks for watching. Sorry, babe.
That's fucking that's John Peter.
Yay! Hi, John Peter. Go.
Fucking you know the trap corrido fools do one with somebody like Javalo.
Javalo with like who?
Any one of them.
Who like who? Shout out Javalo. That would be like a good one. Javalo is like hardcore.
Tres Elementos?
Yeah.
Because
Javalo and Tres Elementos would be a dope ass shit. That would be amazing. So, yeah, I was telling Bella today, Bella, the rapper, my artist, I was telling her, like, oh my God, you guys don't know what's coming with her. But, I was telling her, she was like, oh, we should do some shit with some banda. I was like, oh my God, girl. If you can get this Spanish fucking down, like, yeah. Like, so I was like, because she was really feeling the Banda MS with the Snoop Dogg song. She was like, yeah. I'm like, yep. Like, and she's like, my mom's been telling me. I'm like, girl, because that girl can sing. Like, Alicia Villarreal type shit. Like, sing. Like, that girl can sing. So, that would be dope. That would be dope.
We're going to see Bella. Nah.
I'm going to push her to
that's
do
dope.
some shit.
That's dope. No, overall, that's dope for us. She could. Like, she's as Erica's artist, and she's doing like that. I'm like,
she's 17 years old.
I love the fact that like I could talk to kids, younger kids, not kids, or young adults, better said, young adults, about old school shit. You know what I mean? That shit's dope. Like, oh yeah, and I like Wu-Tang, and I like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like
some young old souls.
So it's like dope, you know what I mean? And then they're like oldies, you know what I mean? Like all my kids like oldies, but we still have a weird and very like fucking, I would say, stretched apart of years with our kids. You know what I mean? So it's like some of them I like oldies, some of them I like disco, some of them I like Spanish
Actually,
and
no,
rave. Huh?
None of our kids like disco or rave.
Huh?
So I'm sorry, you're lying. None of our kids like disco or rave. But he's trying to say they like a variety of stuff, and that's true. But just disco and rave are not part of them.
It's not gonna go away. So all right.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead. You were going.
No, I just said that.
You were just saying.
I just said that disco and rave is not something that the kids listen to. But if they listen to
what? I just think it's dope. I think it's dope with kids that are like that. Like, I mean, like, cause Jose, my son, my 12-year-old, all that motherfucker says is crib gang, killer, fucking this and that, and that he's a pimp, and I'm like, fool, you're nothing like that in real life. What the fuck? Are you weird?
It's social media era.
Like,
He could be that
weird.
on social media.
Like, and he's not like weird, like some psycho weird, but he's just like, what the fuck? This is what the fuck you just played? Like, so it's just, no. I think that's dope, you know? So I think I would love to see, even, not even, because that's just bomb dance, right? If you think about it, that's just bomb dance. Because if you really, okay, let's talk about some real shit on music. If you think about it, Aquid already did that. Remember Aquid? Yeah. Is it Aquid or Aquid? Something like that. They already did that.
Yeah, but I think we need to continue it. Not like as like a discovery. I think it needs to be like a constant. Make it a fucking genre.
Of what?
Spanglish.
How would you, Spanglish? What the hell? I don't know. Spanglish? Well, I mean...
Do a Mexican West Coast infusion genre, because it's not really like well, I was gonna say in New York they're not really trying to fuck with us like that.
New York, yeah.
They're not. It's just a Cali thing,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Beyonce did that whack ass song where she pretended that she was knowing what she was saying, and then it didn't say nothing. Kendrick Lamar here in LA did some whack ass shit. I love Kendrick, but that was wild. Disrespect. But disrespectful whack, I thought it was too. But I mean, because it's Kendrick, I guess it didn't fucking get the much disrespect attention. But yeah.
Because it ain't just Blueface.
No, it's not.
Don't ever feel like you're special.
No.
Well, at least not yet. Because you could do some other shit. But... no, for us. So it's like, there's been tons of that shit. You know, it's just others do it, some don't, and it's whatever. So it's like, to me, I think it's like,
Yeah, it's a martial art.
there's just so much we could do together. That's like, because, you know what? I've heard other for example, oldies. The Moments, they have a French fucking edition. You know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, like, but it sounds dope as fuck. If you actually listen to it, it's like, damn, what the hell? Like, you know? So
I don't know about all that.
No, it's a dope ass shit. It's like, it's very, I don't know, calming, fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it, or loving, or seductually, or some shit. You know, it's pretty dope. It sounds dope. So, you know, I would like to see that. I think like how she's saying, but on some clean shit, because it goes vice versa if we make songs, right? Like where, like I said, that other one with what is the watermelon, some shit? You know, it's like,
oh, the one that who made it?
It was Sawed Off Records or
Sawed Off Records.
Huh?
It was funny though because straight up, Sawed Off Records did that on some scary shit. Like, because they didn't promote it. They didn't, like, nothing. Like, it's just, like, you really gotta go in there and search to find it. So, I mean, I don't know who they are, but Sawed Off Records did that on some scary shit.
Latino,
Promote
Latino
it.
crime.
Promote it. Speak on it.
No,
Put your name on it.
You know what's
Tag
funny,
yourself and everybody else who was involved. And tag everybody who you trying to disrespect and fucking all that. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna say like this. At least from what I saw, I appreciate the dude that came out on the song, promoting it from his page.
Who's that dude?
Go look at it.
Why aren't you mentioning him?
Go look at it.
How can I look at it if you don't tell me where to go look at it at?
Where you heard it from is
Where's
from the
that?
dude's personal thing.
What is that?
It's Sancho.
So just, I mean, look it up. I mean, we
Yeah.
might be able to put it in the comments or whatever, but look it up. There was the dude
If
from
you
Sawed
look
Off
it up,
Records. who did
the
this
dude that
whole-
came out on it, the dude that
Watermelon
actually
song.
sang and spoke up on it, he posted it on his IG. And from there, you will see that it says Sawed Off Records or Low Profile or whatever the fuck it is. Like, whichever one it is. Not like a fucked up thing, like, fuck one of those. But it's like,
Just like, he's like, oh shit. I mean, not like that. I'm not saying it like that.
what's so fucked up about that?
So,
That's funny. Hold on.
so that's it. Yeah, but that's our little bit about this whole thing that's going on with this whole black and brown unity and this whole black and brown issues and stuff like that. I really do believe that the whole vendor thing, it's going to be like a mute issue. Something in me makes me feel like people are going to be like, yeah, let's not do that anymore. You know what I mean? And because it's been a couple of instances, more than a few instances, where it's been brought to light. So I'm hopeful that, you know, that type of stuff will like cease from happening.
Happening, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they are gonna stop. It's like, as much as I didn't think it was, they learned, they're gonna stop because they realized, at least, it was like, you know, Erica all the time lately, she's like, fuck, I've been dreaming this, or I've been seeing this, and it's like, you better believe in that shit. Straight up, like, you don't, and then when it happens, don't be like, I gotta say something, because I know nobody want to believe you no more. You know, but I like, for real, straight up, like, don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form.
I think it's pretty clear when something is distasteful and disrespectful and racist. You know what I mean? And I think that we just, like, as a community, I think in order to be able to kind of like help in eliminating this type of nonsense is by not partaking in it. You know what I'm saying? Have some self-respect, have some integrity, have some self-dignity. Don't be a fucking sellout. You know what I'm saying? Our culture has a lot. Yes, you're right. We could make a lot of fucking money. Be patient. Don't fucking go suck dick for fucking money. I know porn is money. You know what I mean? But don't go do porn for fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, on the long run, that's easy money. That's easy money. Anybody could go fucking suck a dick or get dick in their pussy for fucking money. Anybody could do that. I could do that. It's easy. It's easy. Don't fucking do that. Like, don't be a fucking sellout. That's what selling out means. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can give me any type of money and I will be an entertainer. You know what I mean? And don't hide behind the entertainment fucking thing. Have some fucking dignity and some self-respect in the fucking thing that you fucking dish out to be fucking entertainment as well. You know what I mean? And don't fucking, if you don't have no self-respect or self-dignity or morals for yourself, don't bring other people from your race and your community into being disrespectful and lacking values and self-worth. Don't do that. Do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
don't act like you're doing something for the community because you're having them hoe around.
Yeah, you know what I thought was funny? You know how supposedly Swifty was like, oh, he don't talk for us? But this female that spoke up about some business shit, 2,000 people were like, oh yeah, that's like thumbs up. And, like, well, who is she to speak up? Right? It's not even about that. It's about together we come up with some bullshit. And not in like literal, you know what I mean? Where like we come up with something, you know what I mean? Like you can't just like, I don't know, it's just like
so loud.
You can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like you cannot do that. Yeah. Think about it. You are not, look, I used to think I was the most specialist motherfucker in the world. Straight up. Nobody's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I know some of you guys are going to be like, fool, ain't nobody like me. That fool's crazy. He tripping. No, fuck you. Suck my dick. He's like this. He could think and do all that bullshit, and he could, like, flaunt it, portray it, and do all this and all that bullshit, but, look, if I could have another motherfucker with me that's down with me like me, we're going to work more efficient. We're going to do more shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, with the whole, like, issue on the whole, like, black and brown shit, like, look.
Let's really be black and brown stuff. Yeah. Don't be fake black and brown stuff. You know what I mean? Like, be on some real black and brown unity shit. Don't be on some, oh, I'm black and brown unity and I'm putting out and promoting some carne asada shit. That's not black and brown unity. That's disrespectful. And don't be fucking faking the funk because people are going to call you out. I'm going to call motherfuckers out. Like, that shit, no.
Hey, it is what it is because you know what? At 2 beans in a motherfucking pod, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
So, with all that said,
thanks for tuning in. Love you guys.
We really, really appreciate you guys. Remember, you see right here, I think it's over here somewhere.
Oh, right there, yeah. Subscribe.
Ahí.
Ahí. I was like, ¿dónde? No, right there.
Subscribe. Fucking tell your friends. Like, you know what she told me today? She goes, hey, I see that you be doing all these shows and you be seeing all this, and I do incorporate something like Tony A. That will be like, oh, what you, like, tell your mama, tell your daddy, slap his motherfucker, hit him with the brick in the face. And I was like, oh, man, fool, I don't know about all that hitting the brick in the face shit.
So he doesn't say that part.
But, so I'm like, oh, hey.
Call your mama, call your daddy, call your grandpa. And he makes, like, relationships up that don't even exist.
All of it.
Yeah.
2 pigs.
Two
tell
pigs?
Them too. They might tap
Oh,
it.
the pigs can watch too.
So, with that said, we really, really, really appreciate you
for tuning in.
Appreciate you guys
for tuning in. 2BeansInAPod. Follow us on IG. 2BeansInAPod _1. That's TWOBEANS INAPOD _1 for IG, and then for Facebook we're on Downer Erica Peens. That's Peens with a P. PEANS, because somebody did it wrong and we have to wait like 90 days to be able to correct our name on there. And then we're also on YouTube on Downer and Erica. We're on Spotify for 2BeansInAPod _1, and we're on Spotify and iTunes and Google Podcasts and all that other Podbean, all that other good stuff. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys. We love you. Peace.
Deuces.